Red-eye flights can be brutal. Most people step off the plane completely wrecked. They stumble half-conscious through customs, lose their entire first day sleeping in a hotel room, or they just wander around in a complete fog. The thing is, if that describes you though, it's not bad luck, it's mostly bad strategy. After taking hundreds of flights, I'm sharing my minimalist and practical long-haul flight essentials to help you stay comfortable on the plane, get quality sleep in the air, and adjust to your new time zone once you touch down. Let's dive in. So on a long flight, you want to be comfortable. You're in a small seat for a long time. If you're in economy, you pretty much have to sit straight up. So you want to wear something that's going to make life a little better. I'm not a sweatpants in public kind of person at all, but a long flight is the one place that I might swap the jeans for a comfy pair of joggers or something like that. You also want to think about managing temperature swings. It can get really cold in the air, but there's also that moment where the plane is blazing hot before takeoff. And so for this reason, I always recommend two things. One, dress in layers. If you get hot, you can remove a layer. If you get cold, you can add one. Second, and this is not an ad, merino wool. I wear merino on every flight because merino's natural properties regulate temperature. It also naturally resists odor, which is great because you're going to be wearing these clothes for a long time. I, truth be told, wear merino in some form almost every day of my life. Specifically, I really like this zip hoodie for flights because it is so comfortable and you can shed it very quickly. You can get merino a lot of places. The pieces you're seeing here are by Unbound Merino. Again, this is not an ad. Same goes for your socks. When you're stuck in a cramped space for an extended period, your leg veins struggle to pump blood back up to your heart because you're not moving around much, which can cause swelling in your legs and lead to blood clots. And compression socks can help reduce that risk. I've tried a ton of compression socks, and these by Bombas are by far some of the most comfortable. All right, next, one of the most frustrating parts of long-haul flights is, if you're not prepared, digging through your bag at 2 a.m. trying to find your phone charger or your earplugs. So what you want to do is build yourself a little in-flight kit, something that has everything you'll need that you can just pull out of your bag and have at your seat with you. For me, that kit is housed in the Air Slim Pouch 2. The thing I like most about it is it's slim. A lot of tech pouches are just huge, and I want to keep my bag light. I also like that it's self-standing. I've tried a dozen tech pouches, and this is the one that I just keep reaching for. This thing is also my tech kit, by the way, but in terms of flight-specific items that go in this, first of all, you want a good power bank. If your flight doesn't have in-seat charging, you don't want to land with a dead phone. My favorite for air travel specifically is this one by Akushu because airlines have gotten more strict about lithium-ion batteries, and this one is a solid-state battery. It runs cooler, it resists punctures, and it doesn't carry the same fire risks. You can charge wired or wirelessly, so it works with all types of devices. All right, either for the power bank or in the case your seat does have in-seat charging, you need at least one cable with you. Now, most planes are still using USB-A ports, not USB-C. So either bring a standard USB-A to USB-C cable, bring a little adapter like this one, or use a cable like the ones Rolling Square makes. In one convenient cable, you can get USB-A, USB-C, and even Lightning if you're using an older iPhone. They make these in varying lengths. I like the super short one for power banks, but for the plane specifically, you might want the XL version for a little extra length. A couple of other things I always have with me: noise-canceling headphones or in-ears. From a Bluetooth headphone perspective, I think the Sony over-ears cannot be beat. And my tip for anyone thinking about buying these is there is no shame at all in being a generation or even two behind. This is a very good way to save money. If you go Bluetooth, you will want a device like this. This is a Bluetooth receiver so you can pair your headphones with the plane's seatback entertainment. It's by a company called Me Audio, and it's small enough to just leave in your bag. If you go the in-ear route, which I personally love, make sure you've got one of these little adapters in case the plane uses a multi-prong system. All right, so at this point, you're dressed right, your stuff is organized, and your tech is sorted. Now, Let's assume you've turned off your in-flight movie and you want to try to get some quality sleep. Before continuing with the items in my kit, I cannot understate the value of being intentional with your flight timing. I can't tell you how many overnight flights I've taken that took off at like 4 p.m. US time. If your goal is to get some sleep on this overnight flight, it's going to be hard if you're trying to make yourself fall asleep 5 or 6 hours before you normally go to bed. So if you have a choice, like in this instance here, I'd recommend opting for the later departure time. But if there's nothing you can do about it, there's also the possibility of using some type of non-habit forming sleep aid. I used ZzzQuil for this for years, but hated the groggy sleep hangover feeling that I would get the next day, which just made jet lag worse. That's why I've been testing Dream Shot from the feed. It's an all-natural, melatonin-free sleep peptide shot designed to promote deeper sleep and better recovery. And after testing it myself, I have been really surprised with the quality of sleep that I've been getting. Dream Shot's been shown to improve user sleep by 70%. It's ISO accredited, third-party tested, and designed to help you get more REM and deep sleep. No mixing, no pills, and there's no next day grogginess. Best of all, for travelers, each shot is only 2 ounces, so it's TSA friendly and safe to keep in your carry-on or personal item. Sleep is the #1 recovery tool. So if you want to sleep like a champion and hit the ground running on your next trip, scan the QR code on screen or hit the link below to grab Dream Shot from the feed. Big thanks to the feed for sponsoring today's video. All right, here's a few more tiny items you can just keep in your in-flight pouch that you will be very thankful you put in there. First one, eye mask. This one by Alaska Bear costs like $10 and it's been with us to, I don't know, at least 20 countries, if not more. It's 100% silk, and you can barely feel it when it's on. It blocks out the light incredibly well, and it packs down to almost nothing. If you wanted to get more advanced, you could do something like the Manta Pro sleep mask. The eye cups on this thing provide the blackout without putting any pressure on your eyes, but a con, in my opinion, is it's quite a bit more bulky, and all you really need to do is block out the light. Next, earplugs. Airplanes are loud. They generate a constant hum. Baby 2 rows behind you won't stop crying. Couple in the seat next to you won't shut up. Earplugs. These ones by Loop are incredible. I've mentioned them multiple times lately, and I'll tell you why. Traditional foam earplugs are too isolating for me, and these are awesome because they take up no space, and you can adjust how much sound you're filtering out. Great for sleep, especially if your travel partner snores or you just want to block some sound out. Hey, if you've gotten value out of this video so far, please hit that subscribe button because there is way more where this came from. Thanks. All right, here's a hot take for you. I think neck pillows are stupid. This is well documented on our channel. Why? Well, because they're big, bulky, and after your flight, it's just this dumb thing you have to carry with you everywhere. But I recognize a lot of people need neck support, and I think I've found a tiny alternative that gets a pass. It's this inflatable neck pillow by Matador. Look how small this thing is when it's folded up. It's got a quick inflate valve, and it offers 360-degree support from any angle without the bulk of permanent foam. Most inflatable pillows don't have this, which makes them feel kind of unstable. I'm not much of a pillow guy still, but this is the best option that I've found, no question. All right, now let's talk about landing feeling fresh and getting on the new time zone. Highly recommend having some way to brush your teeth before the plane lands. This will make you feel cleaner, I promise. Doesn't really matter what you do here, just brush your teeth. You could pack a couple of wisps like these just to keep in your pouch, or you could keep your toothbrush in there in a bag or a little case like this one. Aircraft cabins are dry, they're full of recirculated air, and so your skin just kind of gets gross after a while. So something I swear by is a freshening up spray. This one by Tower 28 uses the same antibacterial compound your immune system naturally produces, and a quick spray just helps you wake up and feel human again. Because of how dry and low humidity planes are, I also cannot understate the value of hydration. Now, water alone might not be enough. You need electrolytes, sodium, potassium, so the water is better absorbed. Morning we land, and the first couple of days of most trips, honestly, I will typically drink some packets of LMNT or sugar-free liquid IV. And for me, this makes a pretty big difference. Now, one of the best ways to adjust to your new time zone is light. Light is what resets your circadian rhythm. It's the signal that tells your body hey, it's daytime, wake up. So enter this thing. What is it? This is a 10,000 lux light therapy lamp. It's designed for seasonal affective disorder. That's how I discovered it. It's a little box of sunshine, basically. For the past 10 years, I've done 15 to 20 minutes in front of one of these, first thing every morning. Okay, why am I telling you this? Well, that same mechanic that tells your brain to be happy because it's not the dead of winter works crazy well for fighting jet lag. A good light therapy lamp is on my short list of most life-enhancing products under $50. I'm not joking. The big one is sitting right here on my desk right now. And I'm really, really excited that they have a travel-sized version. That's our list of long flight essentials. But if you're planning a long-haul flight to a place like Europe or Asia, and you're gonna be flying some budget airlines while you're there, check out this video to see our top recommended personal item backpacks that fit budget airlines worldwide. Thanks so much for watching. Happy travels.